I'm Mike Hickey, head cross-country coach. Graduated from Hudson's Bay High School here in Vancouver. Coached at Camas High School the last 6 years, won 2 state titles, coached at Portland State University before that, and then coached at Clackamas Community College prior to that, and won 3 NWAC titles at that point, and was Coach of the Year 3 times.
I'm Jacqueline Primo. I usually go by Jackie. I'm from Camas High School. Hickey's actually been a coach to me prior for 3 years, so I'm kind of lucky to be able to run with him again. I'm a sophomore here at Clark, and currently my major is nursing, but I'm thinking about changing it to teaching. So.
I'm Blake Bussing. I just graduated high school from Mark Morris, and I've done cross country and track all 4 years. I've been on the state cross country team that's gone to state there, Mark Morris, all 4 years. And 2010, our cross country team got 4th in WIAA in 2A, so that was a great accomplishment because it's the first time that we won a trophy there. And I made it to state in track my junior year, and this is my freshman year, so I'm pretty excited to be running here.
You might say really excited to be running here.
Jackie, you talked about you've had Mike as your coach for several years now. Talk about what a coach can do to get the most out of you as a runner.
I think for a coach to get the best out of me as a runner is they have to be able to talk to me positively and give me constructive criticism, and just basically tell me that they believe in me and they know what I can do and what all my potential is. So, and Hickey's been able to do that so far. So.
What kind of constructive criticism besides just run faster?
Well, basically, like, I know that with Hickey, he can tell when we have negative thoughts when we're running and such, and so he can yell at us and say, "Don't think that way," or our techniques and our footings, and so there's a lot more to running than people think there is. There's a lot more like your form you have to do well, and like whether you can really push yourself faster or not. So.
Coach, you've had the pleasure of coaching some really talented athletes. I think Alexa Efrenson jumps right out. Talk about what you learn from your athletes versus what you teach coaches or as a coach.
I think every athlete is different, and I think that the challenge is to find those points where you can motivate them to, like Jackie said, believe in themselves and see the potential. A former boss of mine, Jim Jackson, who works with the NWAC, once told me I was struggling, and I wrestled for him at Clackamas Community College, and he said, Mike, if you could see yourself through my eyes, he said, you'd never doubt yourself. And I thought that was a really powerful statement, because I've thought about it many times as I've coached, and I've often used that same comment. But I think that the challenge is to find out where they are physiologically, find out where they are psychologically, find out where they are, racing strategies, biomechanically, and then challenge them in all those different areas to get better while supporting them along the way. And I think that Jackie, had you done athletics prior to running cross country at Camas?
Nope.
So she was kind of that new athlete, similar to Austin Ryder, who was an all-state competitor as well and runs at Western Washington, and Alexa Efrenson had 8 to 10 years of soccer experience under her. And so within that soccer experience, she's got a lot of knowledge of how to be a competitor, knowledge of how to psychologically push herself and strive and set goals and things like that. And so you have to find out where they're at individually and try and press them, but also as a group get them to work together as a group, to challenge each other, to support each other, to enjoy each other. I think cross country can be, if it's done in the wrong way, it can be kind of a lonely sport. But if it's done well, it's one of the coolest sports because you suffer together, you challenge each other, you run for each other, and so you really sacrifice for your teammates if it's done well.
Coach, what are you looking forward to most this season?
Getting better.
Just getting better.
Yeah, getting better every day.
A lot of new kids or
We have
return?
a lot. Yeah, we have a lot of new kids. We've got so Jackie and Niev
Jay.
are returners, and on the girls' side, and then Jay Mason is a returner on the guys' side, and then the rest are all new kids. We've got some great recruits coming in. Cami Parsons, 506 miler out of Camas, first team All-State. Busing comes from a really strong tradition at Mark Morris, where his coach and I are very good friends. He has a great coach, and so anytime you build a program, you're trying to add pieces that will work together. And so you need some pieces from programs that are really run well, and then you need some of those raw kids like Logan Tenfingers, this kid from Stevenson who didn't have a teammate, and he's going to be great. And so in the middle of that, I'm excited about those athletes. We've got Tremaine Rambo, who's first team All-State, 800 miler, 154, 420 miler, and it's and then one of my favorite, Andrew Duffy, who's transferring in and coming in. So he's a great kid as well. But it's just going to be it just takes time. It takes time, and every day you got to work, and every day you got to be consistent. And they got to believe, and they've got to work towards maximizing what they've been given.
Like, talk a little bit about adjusting to this level of training. Are you doing more mileage? How do the workouts compare?
From my high school experience, like, we did less mileage. We did about maybe 50, 55 miles a week or so. And coming up to the college level, Coach Hickey here wants us to do about 60 to 65 and then even move up to 70 miles a week by like the end of the summer and stuff. So it's been quite an adjustment to move up that much mileage and everything. And also working over the summer kind of makes it worse, but I still trying to find a way to get all that mileage in and stuff, because like during high school and stuff like that, like we don't just do mileage there, we do like a lot of speed work and different things and strength work. And here we, just this first week of practice, we've done like a lot of mileage and stuff. We did like one like fitness testing type of workout and such, just to see where we're at. But other than that, we've done way more mileage than we did back in high school, and we've done the weight training stuff, like the fitness level and different things, like to build up your upper body and everything. We've done that a lot too, like every practice, where we only did that like maybe 2-3 times a week in high school. So it's been different trying to adjust to this, and just like over the summer and just this first week of practice, it's been different.
And how's your body adjusted to that and accepted it?
It's been weird. It's like I'm not used to that, so like my legs have been getting a little more sore and stuff, because not used to having any mileage and the different workouts and stuff we do. Like, it's just been different. So my body's been getting sore here this last week, but I think after this week's over with and stuff, and starting next week, my body will be used to it by then, and so I'll have an easier time with it all, hopefully. So
Physiologically, it takes about 3 to 6 weeks for the body to adapt and change, and so usually about week 3, they're the most fatigued that they're going to be, and then they start to adapt and change, and it starts to get easier. Psychologically, though, it'll get easier probably the next week, like you said.
Coach, talk about your decision to come coach at Clark and out of Camas.
Yeah, I think that I miss the college scene. I think that it's a little bit higher level athlete. You get the opportunity to go and meet with recruits, sell them on your program, sell them on your philosophy, and once they commit to that, then they've committed to you. Whereas just living in a district where they just, that's the school that they're going to go to, so here's the coach. There's no conscious decision to do that, and so there's no buy-in as that happens, and so the buy-in has to happen over a period of time. So there's like that, just the process of building norms and building standards and building philosophies and trying to do those things together, and so I think that I was ready to leave college when I left college, and I'm ready to go back now. I don't have anything really left to prove at the high school level. 2 state championships and 13th in the nation.
So the competition, because you're a big-time competitor, you were looking for that little higher competitive
absolutely.
level.
And I've been in the NWAC. There's some great teams, Spokane Falls and Lane Community College and Clackamas Community College. I mean, it's a tough conference. I mean, I would put Division I and then, Division II, NAI, and junior college all kind of on the same level personally. I've seen athletes that, we had athletes when I've coached junior college in the past that had the best junior college athlete in the nation, Paul Kezes, who ran, he ended up running 14:12, and then Trevor Dodge ended up running 3:51, and they were both top in the nation in their events in junior college, and they're both big recruits for Division I. And Paul ended up making the U.S. cross country team and beating a bunch of NCAA Division I athletes to do that, champions. So, I think junior college is great. I think it's an opportunity for these kids to get better, and I love it. And I like the socioeconomic group. I prefer it.
Elaborate on that a little bit. Is there a
I like the blue collar.
Yeah.
I like a blue collar feel. I like junior college is like, financially, it's a little less expensive. That kid that may not be able to afford PLU, but they're really bright and they work hard and they want to, they aspire to become a doctor, they aspire to become a lawyer. I have a good friend that's a lawyer and he graduated from Boston U Law School. He couldn't get into UW at first. He had a 3.6, couldn't get into UW. Went to Clackamas, got a 3.9, went to UW, got a 3.95, went to Boston U Law School, graduated from a top 20 law school in the nation. And in the middle of that, I think that you see the power of junior college and you see the power of what the possibility of what kids can go through and work up to.
One more question for the student athletes and then we'll move them on.
Yeah, what do you guys enjoy most about your coach?
Well, this is the first year I've had him, but so far, he's energetic and he wants us to, all succeed and stuff, so, he just encourages us to do better, tells us what we're doing wrong during workouts and warm-ups and stuff that we can do to, fix it to make ourselves better than we are now, so I like that about him.
I like that he gets excited, because when a coach is excited, it gets the athletes excited.
Well, that's great. Good luck this season, guys.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.